This is Judd Trump's 25th career ranking event final. It's his 8th in the last 16 months, and in that period he's won all 7 he's been in. He's won the Masters, the World Championship, he's world #1. He is the sport's dominant figure right now. Standing in his way today, Yan Bingtao, already a tournament winner this season, but victory today would be by far his greatest achievement to date. I think what's been impressive, apart from just the way he plays, which is impressive enough, is his intensity this season. He hasn't settled for winning a couple of tournaments, winning 3 tournaments, 4 tournaments. He wants to win just as many as he can. It's the old Stephen Hendry attitude. It's never quite enough. And that's what the great champions are made of. It could be the patience has paid off. It's a different challenge, isn't it, today? Because most of the finals I mentioned there at the start he's been the younger man. In this match, he's 10 years older than his opponent. It's a new situation for him. He's playing someone young and hungry. This is kind of new to him.
Played it to perfection.
I think he prepares really well as well, doesn't he? He was out there, as we saw, having a little knock on the table, just getting himself used to conditions and getting his cue arm going. His brother Jack in his corner once again. Seems to get taller every time you see him, Jack. But he's been such an important part of the team these last 16 months.
Well played, that was deliberate. Now this is where you've got to be clever.
Still needs pink and black to steal the opening frame. Is a steal. It was a big error from Yan Bingtao to leave that free ball. Judd Trump gratefully clears up. What a dramatic start to the Players' Championship Final. It's first blood to Judd Trump. 10 needed, remember, to be champion.
Great pot.
One. To Trump, 1.
Part of the reason I was saying about getting into rhythm, part of the reason it's difficult to find rhythm is because when your opponent spends quite a bit of time thinking about a shot, when you come to the table, sometimes you think, right, I'm not going to rush here because I've sat out for a little spell. I'm going to take my time and make sure of things. So that in turn,
3.
you know, you see what I mean. Judd's not the type of player, obviously, who wants to be in that zone or that careful mode. What a pot.
Well, it helps when you have shots like this up your sleeve.
What a shot that is.
17.
The control as well, that is outstanding. Blind, awkward bridging. Not a lot of pocket to aim at.
Well, that was a lovely shot into the cluster.
31.
Yeah, this was typical Judd shot, getting the maximum spin on the cue ball, get the reds moving around.
Would you stop with that light on the camera, please? Thank you. $63.
Still needs this in, this pink, because there's still enough on for Yan Bingtao. Got a couple of reds safe, which is a bit of security, but not over the line yet. In all the way. Just seemed to flick a switch.
69.
He started with that difficult red to the left middle, and he's continued in the same vein.
$70.
And this is just hampered by the other red under his body. It didn't matter.
75.
Huge bit of luck for one of the most talented players we've ever seen. It all helps. That was a beauty, actually, that flute. Mr. Red early on in the match to the opposite corner pocket. Potted that one really well though.
25.
Black to lead by 20, so you would need yellow and green. The frame there, it looked like it could go on another half an hour at one point. Everything was safe, but Yan Bingtao played the positive shot opening things up. He just left the red on.
Agonisingly long time to reach the pocket, didn't it, that red? But that was because he wanted to hold for the blue, which he's done.
Well done.
Well, he played one with the rest, didn't he, in the first half? The reds were a mile apart, and I never fancied him one bit, even Trump for that shot. This one was set, wasn't it, to the pocket, really?
He must be demoralising to play, because when you think you've got some kind of
36.
chance, he just keeps digging out pots. Reminiscent of Mark Williams in his youth.
Well, when you're sitting there watching your opponent play, you're looking for any clue you can. You're looking for something from his body language. Yan will be looking at Trump thinking, well, you know, is he not on this? He doesn't seem happy with that shot. I could be at the table soon. But like you say, with Trump, it must be quite difficult. You know, you live in hope a lot with Trump that he's going to miss one, but he doesn't.
42.
He finds recovery shots all the time. I never thought he would miss it, but it's just that you know it's frame ball, you know that these things can happen.
70.
That's a minor milestone, because that's
100.
his 80th century break
101.
of the season.
Such a good shot, you know. It's not easy to play that shot, to screw in into bulk and back out.
113. 117.
And a great shot.
122.
Not quite a total clearance, but what a break it was. And the Trump juggernaut just keeps on rolling. He leads 4-1.
Well, whichever way you look at this, is either going to be on a colour or Bing Tao is in a world of trouble behind brown or blue here.
Blue ball.
This could be a horrible snooker.
Judd Trump 1.
That was not an easy shot that he missed.
1.
Trump's gone to sleep a little bit himself.
Judd Trump 1.
Would have been easy for Trump there to show a little bit of frustration, gone for the yellow, missed it, and let Bing Tao in again.
The conundrum. Although this time hasn't quite solved the problem
49.
because there's 52 on the table, 59 on the table I should say, 52 in it.
Well, he thinks he can cut this in it ever so thin. Wow. Oh, he has solved it now, but I must admit that looked as thin as you could possibly cut a ball.
And he cuts her cheese.
I think in his mind, Yan Bing Tao, this frame's over. Not just in his mind, in reality.
What a good shot that was. It looked fairly safe from the shot that Bing Tao played, I felt.
Here we go again. Now what a chance this is. What a chance. Knowledgeable crowd understanding just how well he struck that.
We get a good view behind the line of the shot. I think the players, I've said this before, they should look behind the back end of the line of the shot more so, from the pocket outwards. You can usually see exactly what's happening there. You can see he could get to it.
And where he's just pushed the blue, Judd just eyeballed it. As if he was thinking, maybe play in behind it. Not this time, but some point in the future. Yeah. How well was that judged? Tap on the table from Yan. That's a new one, isn't it? 3-ball, plant, cannon and in.
And a round of applause for the commentator who called it. I would have been here a month of Sundays seeing that one. Oh, what a shot.
Talk about making something happen. Wow.
And that's one of the great sounds in snooker, the thwack of the ball off the back of the pocket.
Oh, wow. It's an animal of a shot. Yeah, as I say, credit to Jan for playing the aggressive route and opening up the reds, but that's the tightrope that you walk against a player of Judd's quality.
Well, further evidence of just how beautiful this table's running.
Do you
Now,
have replay here?
Trump's just asking here whether a foul shot was committed. Not quite sure whether the yellow moved. For me, most certainly not.
One more.
Leo, did they say something?
What do you think, Alan?
Yeah, I didn't see anything there at all.
Yeah. I didn't see him move either, so it's all right.
Classy from the world champion. He must have felt something, possibly the cue just rubbing against the rest. So he queered his own shot. That was fantastic to see.
As he queried a free ball much earlier in the tournament when he was playing Michael Holt, which I thought was a free ball, but he made absolutely sure everything was done correctly.
Five.
Let's just have one more look at it here, see if we can see anything. No, that was all fine.
$66. 74. $95.
Jan threw down the gauntlet. Now he's on the receiving end. It's Trump who's been given a hand. What a break. You just have that sixth sense.
Yeah, he certainly pots a high percentage of those type of shots, doesn't he? There's also, when you pot a red off your opponent's break off, there's a creativity about it. You think, what a nice way to win a frame. Oh, look at this cue ball. Dear me. Ooh, that's unfortunate. You know, there's no finer feeling for a professional snooker player as we see that deep screw again, and guy breaks off. You knock a long red in and make him sit it out for 8 or 10 minutes. Not this time.
Judd Trump 4.
See that? Boy, that's unlucky. That's unfortunate.
26.
I'm always eulogising about Judd's technique. I love it when he plays that shot. It's like it's almost like he braces his physique for the impact of the shot. Thin cut back then. Singing songs and righting wrongs. What a shot.
Glad he potted that, because the split deserved the continuation of the break.
How
51.
silky was that too?
The balls are being friendly, but he's defying them.
Deft. Very deft.
Seems he's not got the cover with the blue.
Beautifully played shot. Right hand side, run inside. Exactly as planned, taking the cue ball through that gap in the reds. You knew he was bound to be on something.
11.
The danger was always going to be that red going towards the left corner pocket. But he's okay. Didn't want to do too much with the cue ball to make sure of the pot. Again, this one, it's not a gimme. If you watch the cue ball, then you take your eye off the pot. You can. This is easily missed. So, yeah, well done. Well, he was away at the interval for a long time, Yan Bingtao. He came back, broke off, and that might be his last shot. Because Judd is wonderful at closing matches out. Doesn't shy away from the winning line at all, as you wouldn't expect.
Oh, another terrific pot. But it's going to be the little tuck-up behind the yellow.
Judd Trump
He's
1.
taking control of the frame.
The angle on the pink, just to give these 3 reds just a little nudge. If this works out, it's all over. Is he on one? Yeah, look at his body language. I think the middle red.
15.
The one that's he's closest to is potable.
16.
Black and one more red, and Yambing Town needs snookers.
A lot of time people ask me what's the best feeling in snooker. This is it
23.
right here. You're potting balls. Your opponent can't win anymore. You're potting balls to win a title. This is when you can really enjoy it.
The end of the road then. He's dominated this final. I think a lot of us, though, will remember that semi-final, in particular the clearance he made against Stephen Maguire. We found out a lot about Judd Trump
30.
then, about his steel, his determination. He's not settling for just winning 4 titles when he can win a 5th, and who's to say there won't be more
31.
before the season's out.
And Yan Bingtao, as I said earlier, will learn a lot from this experience. He should be watching the man at the
38.
table. That's where he wants to get to.
Right now, this is how everyone in the game wants to play.
39.
What a run he's been on. 8th ranking title in 16 months. And now the victory lap. What you don't see, of course, is all the hard work he puts in. Even after he won in
14th.
Germany, the next day he was in the club before heading to Cheltenham for the World Grand Prix.
51.
And it's all borne fruit once again with another successful week here in Southport.
$60.
Got up a chance still. It stays out. Judd Trump's golden spell continues. It's a record-equaling 5th ranking title in a single campaign. He defeats Yan Bingtao by 10 frames to 4 to win the Coral Players' Championship.